changing around the world. I was reading the Travelers magazine, and they talked about that India is next to Italy. Now, Italy is very famous for their designers, you know. So India is producing a tremendous amount of designers. If you've been to Delhi or Bombay lately, there are at least 4, 5, 6 shows every year in the Delhi and Bombay area. I want to go see it, by the way. The runway is so exciting. I remember doing it one time when the Indian CII group came in. They brought some designers with them. That was really beautiful. And we had the camera right on the runway. It was exciting. Let me give you some of the names of the upcoming designers. They say the new Jason Wu. His name is Rajesh Pratap Singh. He hails from Rajasthan, known for a girly yet modern sensibility that seems built for uptown ladies. And the next one is Manish Arora. He hails from Mumbai. He's known for his neon prints, balloon-like proportions, and wild accoutrements that have made easy global collaborations. And he's the new Alexander McQueen. Wow. The new Calvin Klein is Rahul Reddy. Hails from Hyderabad, crafting subtle clothes with clean lines and extraordinarily intricate details like delicate pin tucks and inverted pockets to punch up superfine knits.
You know, it's not entirely surprising because India is like the land of textiles, right? So you would think it was a matter of time we graduated into modern global fashion. Did you know, many, many, many years ago, I actually had the privilege of being on a runway. And I had a picture taken of me with then First Lady Barbara Bush. It was in the front section of the style section. I think my mom has framed that at home. It's like my crowning achievement at the age of 14.
And you loved it?
Well, a modeling feature was not in my future, unfortunately, but I get to spend my Saturday mornings here with you. We've been hearing some disturbing stories out of Australia against violence against the Indians and a lot of the Asians that have been coming to Australia as students. But as just a show of support, there are some 17,000 people that turned out on February 24th in cities all across Australia to eat dinner at Indian restaurants. It was called the Curry Movement, and it was a way to basically show support for Indian students. It started out as a 100-person campaign on Facebook, but it quickly became a big movement, and they were calling the movement Vindaloo Against Violence. Isn't that funny?
Excellent!
But it shows solidarity with Australia's over 450,000 member Indian community. And I just think that things like this show support and make it possible for more students to go to Australia without being fearful for their lives.
And it's also a fun campaign.
It is a fun campaign.
I really think to change someone's mind, you don't have to resort to violence, you know, which is what Australians are doing. But it's a good idea for the Indians to just show their Gandhian side.
That's right. Appeal to people through their stomach.
Yes. Talking about food, folks, I have a great story from Wall Street Journal about macaroons. You know, these are cookie sandwiches with cream. Yeah, but they're gourmet. You're absolutely right. They were being made in the French patisseries early on in the 20s and 30s and 40s. So they take their macaroons very seriously. Even in England, they make them, but they make them with coconut. But up here, they make them with pistachio cream, with vanilla cream. But French are very angry at McDonald's because now McDonald's has started selling macaroons for $1.25, and they've been advertising it just like a Big Mac. Oh, and the French,
they're insulted.
They are insulted. They cannot believe you can do this. And the Starbucks has also started. So there's a blogger here in Washington, D.C. She's French, and she's been writing about this. She's absolutely unhappy. They cannot believe that how you can take something that only rich can afford or poor can only eat once in a great while, and then you make that food ordinary so that everybody can eat it.
How dare we mass-produce something?
How dare! So it was a very interesting cultural story that I thought, how people get angry.
That's the French. I guess they have their own ideals to uphold, but they should have realized that anything that comes to America becomes mass-produced over time. So, you know, maybe it's just a new incentive for them to come out with something new And even more fantastically gourmet.
They will get absolutely mad when macaroons will be made in China and shipped all over the world. You know, that's when you get mad.
So I wanted to share two pieces of good news. One is about our very own Anisha Abraham. You have seen her as a co-host here on Darshan. And as many of you know, she was expecting her second child. I'm happy to say that she in fact delivered her new baby on March 8th. His name is Kailash Jonathan von Hindenburg, which is a fabulous name, as you can tell. And he came in weighing 8.7 pounds and measuring 54.5 centimeters. And mom and baby are both doing well. And I'm sure dad and big brother are ecstatic.
That is great, Anisha. Good job. 2 sons. My congratulations. Of course, congratulations from the entire Darshan family. 8.7 pounds. I mean, that is a big baby. Anyway, I just want to tell you, sons are harder to take care of. So good luck.
Well, that's why Hanfried, her husband, is there. We also want to give a shout out to Nikitasha Marwaha. Many of you are used to seeing her on Imagination Television. She's a co-host there, and she is also in the Dance India Dance Competition. If many of you who watch Dish TV or Satellite TV know and have seen her perform, she was selected into the top 12.
Yes.
Which is a very big deal, and of course she's representing all of the U.S. in that competition.
And by the way, she's a great talent.
I've
been watching her from, last 10 years. She's excellent.
Well, the best thing is she's very down to earth. I've talked to her. She's a wonderful person. So I hope that she does very well and she wins.
And good luck to her. You know.
Well, folks, that's about all we have for you today. But coming up next is a very interesting interview with Gregory H. Solarian. He is a neuropsychiatric psychotherapist. And for those of us who got real depressed during the snow this past couple of weeks, he talks all about how the seasons can really affect our human psyche. And so it should be a very interesting interview. We hope you stick around for that.
And folks, that interview is being conducted by Viraj Gandhi. And from both of us, we wish you the very best of the weekend. Namaste.
Namaste.